In Monaco, there's a lot of opportunity for training and experience. There is also the opportunity to meet very prestigious people, very talented people, successful people, people that have significant impact on business and community, people with very international identity and international scope. There is a lot to learn from those people. Today, we have the chance to welcome one of these prestigious people, guest, Monsieur Moustapha El-Solh. Monsieur El-Solh has many responsibilities and achievements to his credit. He's a renewed entrepreneur, executive director of the well-known international M1 Group, the CEO of M1 Real Estate, but he is also engaged in the representation of his country and for the communities here in Monaco, since he is the consul honoraire du Liban in Monaco and the president of l'Association des consuls honoraires de Monaco. He's a personality noticed for his contribution to the community. He is Chevalier de l'Ordre de Saint-Charles Monégasque et Chevalier de la Légion d'honneur française. Monsieur El-Solh, it is certainly an inspiring example for you. He will tell you a few words and some advices for your future, since we are honored to have him with us now. Mr. El-Solh, if you want to come on stage, please.
Wow, it's a lot of people. Your Excellency, Mr. Minister of Interior to the Principality of Monaco, General Director Dr. Müller, Excellencies, prominent faculty members, graduating students and parents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jean-Philippe, for those generous words, and thank you for everyone for that generous welcome. My heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2018, their families, and the International University of Monaco. This is not an ordinary day in June. This is a memorable day, both in your personal lives and in the life of the university. I feel honored and privileged to have been asked to be the chief guest to the graduation ceremony of this excellent academic institution. Your graduation is a time of triumph and celebration. It represents the end of one phase and the beginning of a completely new period in your life. I have to share with you a small experience when I received a call from Jean-Philippe inviting me to address the commencement keynote speech. The first question that came to my mind, has he gone mad? Is he serious? He must be kidding. Why me? He could have asked any major leader of the free world or any jet-setter, record-breaking Pulitzer Prize-winning individual to deliver it. And trust me, they would have gladly accepted. But then he chose me. What an honor. Then I started thinking, and I said to myself, since ISEC Group and Dr. Müller and many of the actual faculty members have joined IUM, the university has excelled. It has climbed the echelons in school ranking, got a bigger endowment, obtained a much larger diversity in its student body, implemented innovative and more competitive academic programs, introduced exchange programs with some of the world's leading universities, attracted highly qualified professors and faculty members, as well as many other fantastic achievements. So Dr. Müller, somewhere, somehow, knows a bit what he's doing. So his proposal for me to attend this ceremony might, after all, have some sort of essence, and I hope so. Well, let me make sure I don't disappoint him. And most importantly, I don't disappoint your parents who have financially been so generously paying for all your university tuitions and fees. But more importantly, they have been keeping up with your extracurricular activities in Monaco, which is relatively not cheap. And most importantly, let me make sure I don't disappoint you, the graduating class of 2018. I'm your typical homegrown, proud Lebanese men. Born and raised in Beirut, in a fun-loving traditional families with 2 siblings, a sister and a brother, which I care and love dearly. I come from a family, both my father and mother has been fully engaged in the political and public affairs of my country since its independence. In Lebanon, my generation is known as the generation of war, as we were born a few years before the breakout of the civil war in 1975, which lasted for 15 years. I was lucky. I only served 10 of those years because my parents, at the age of 14, decided to ship me overseas 9,000 kilometers to a tiny village in upstate Massachusetts in the United States called Deerfield, where you have more chickens, pigs, skunks than human beings, and an average winter temperature of minus 10 Celsius. So I guess you can't compare it to Monaco, but it was an experience. So coming from a French educational background, besides the 3 English words which I knew, yes, no, and McDonald's, I did not speak 1 word of English, let alone understand it. So upon my arrival to the US, anytime I was asked, "What's your name?" it had to be a yes. And then when they say, "Where are you coming from?" confidently I said no. That was my first encounter with total responsibility, total independence, yet poorly equipped in language skills, but greatly packed with family values, self-confidence, commitment to succeed. So throughout my 6 years in Deerfield, and then my 4 years at Boston University, I made the best friends. I met the greatest teachers, had the wildest parties, played amazing sports. Like some of you, I had my F's and W's in my classes, but then I made my parents proud by succeeding what they wanted, the much desired university diploma. For parents, and rightly so because I am now one of them, a diploma is extremely important. At least for my father it was. I still remember when I went back to Beirut after graduating, my father takes me aside and in a very serious and, as usual, authoritarian voice, he tells me, "Moustapha, don't think I'll be leaving you with any substantial amount of money or a legacy real estate portfolio or any financial means. I'll be leaving you with 3 things. An impeccable and untarnished family name, which for people who don't know the Middle East, that is the equivalent if someone is giving you today 10,000 shares of Apple or 1,000 Bitcoin. And I will be also leaving you a solid, comprehensive educational credentials. With those 2 gears, the rest is up to you to go and succeed and conquer the world." At that moment, I said to myself, hold on a second. I busted my, you know what, for so many years, and he's not even increasing my allowance or offering me to get a job. But as I progressed in my life, I came to better understand my father's philosophy, as both elements he reflected upon became essential tools in my journey. They translated in fostering and the buildup of my core character, what I simply would call today applied ethical conduct. And that resulted in moral strength, propagating self-confidence paired with social empathy and humble demeanor. Family upbringing and academic experiences are the stepping stones for any individual universal career. They form your character, they teach you proper values, they unravel unique skills, they challenge your physical and moral capacity. They install in you tolerance, courage, self-assurance, passion, respect, and forgiveness. Only with this proper, committed, applied ethical conduct and strong values, you can start this new journey in life. As my old friend Albert Einstein once said, do not try to become a man of success, but try to become a man of value. And if I were you, I would trust my friend Albert. My journey so far has been an interesting one. I have operated and traveled in Africa, Middle East, Europe, North America, and Asia. I worked in different industries: financial markets, telecommunications, real estate, oil and gas, textile, fashion, retail distribution. I participated in philanthropy, charities, nonprofit organizations, and NGOs. I acted in diplomacy, public service, local and international politics. At the age of 21, I graduated from Boston University. At the age of 22, I worked in Kuwait with the coalition forces to put out the fire in the oil wells which the Iraqi army set in the first Gulf War. At the age of 24, as well, I went to Russia in the telecommunications sectors, and the same year, I got married to my elementary school sweetheart, which, by the way, in 10 days is going to be our 24th years of marriage. At the age of, thank you. At the age of 25, my first daughter was born, and 3 others followed after. And we moved to Monaco, the beautiful Monaco. At the age of 26, I was appointed Honorary Consul of Lebanon. At the age of 30, I made my first million, and at the age of 32, I lost my first million. At the age of 35, I participated in setting up our family business in a public listing in the DIFX in Dubai and the London Stock Exchange. At the age of 39, I became the president of the Consular Corps in Monaco. And at the age of 43, I was managing a $2 billion real estate portfolio worldwide. And 3 months after that, I had to go in a company which was financially bankrupt. Now, and more recently, 3 months ago, I ran the largest parliamentary electoral campaign in the Northern District of Lebanon. And today, the 30th of June, 2018, at the age of 47, one of the most important events of my whole life is occurring as we speak. I am delivering the commencement speech at the great International University of Monaco to the best graduating class, the class of 2018. Well done. So far in my life, I have had my ups and downs, I had my moments of weakness, and I have committed errors, and I have succeeded, and I have failed. But what kept me focused and helped me in my discovery so far are my applied ethical conduct and not being scared to fail. There's no magical formula on how to go about your life. There is no magical solution to the different situation each one of you will face. There is no magical success story, and there is no Santa Claus. There is only one magical advice I can give you today. When you are in your moment of weakness, don't let go. Don't turn your back in challenging moments. Don't be scared of failing. Don't walk away from applied ethical conduct. And most importantly, don't disappoint yourselves. Success is not measured by how much money you made, or how much love you shared, or how many records you broke, or how many successful companies you managed, or how many art pieces you created, or how many medical treatment you found. For me, success is about every night, right before you go to sleep, when your head is against that soft pillow, you ask yourself, how was my day? Did I do the best I can? Was I fair? Did I try my hardest? Did I give it all I have in me? Was I honest? Was I compassionate? At that moment, if the answer is yes, you are and you are deeply satisfied within an honest inner peace in you, then you are on the right track of success, and all the other matters will come together. On the other hand, failure is part of the game, and it will happen sooner or later in different forms to all of you. I tremendously failed in many of my responsibilities. I failed in my business ventures. I failed in numerous political and diplomacy matters. I even failed in some of my family and personal relationships. Like it happened to me, it might happen to you. Being fired from a job, being asked to leave a board meeting, lying to your loved ones, not being next to my children while they were growing up, not answering the phone of my parents when they used to call me because I always thought they will be here, is wrong. Because at the age of 35, I lost my mother, and that was the most devastating experience. All of those incidents will form or some form of failures as much as disappointments. Don't be afraid to fail or fall. For every failure, there is an alternative course of action and a strong lesson to be learned. But please, I'm going to ask you one thing. Try to fail forward. As you go forward with experience of failure, it will make you stronger, wiser, and more determined. And this will be a beginning of a great discovery, which shall be the stepping stone in many successes to come. I can't leave you today without telling you, you must think big. Dream on your visions. Go outside the box. Test new waters. Dream large, but dreams without goals, and dreams without hard work, and dreams without discipline, believe me, will get you nowhere. If you want something you never had, you must do something you've never done. The world out there is competitive. There is no walk in the park, no strolling around. Things won't be handed to you on a silver plate. But it is your determination and qualification, and a big part of that is what you have acquired at the International University of Monaco, will be your best weapons in life. You will accomplish, you will succeed, and you will overcome. Each one of you, somehow and somewhere, will make a difference in the world. That difference will eventually dictate what the world will become. It will play a role in the life of future generations. Some of you will be involving in forming future social behaviors. Others might create technologically advanced businesses, maybe the new Uber or Amazon, maybe the enhanced version of Facebook, and maybe you can find an application, a better luck Tinder application. Do all of this while you are having fun. Don't take yourself too seriously, but also don't be nonchalant. Don't be arrogant. Be accommodating and kind. Be competitive, but be fair. Be merciful and forgiving as your parents are with you. Be patient and tolerant as your poor teacher kept up with you all those years. And then, at the end, just be yourself, and everything else will come together. Life is fun. Challenge is fun. Failure is a lesson. Success is an episode. Love is a human. And personal satisfaction is important. I see in your eyes and in your beautiful smiles success, and you are going to devour life. And you are so well equipped, I'm confident of your success. Just before I finish, and after 15 minutes of talking to you, if you have not figured out yet why Dr. Muller asked me to speak to you today, then blame him. But if you have, thank him as well. As you graduate today, you should be extremely proud of your great achievement, and I feel deeply privileged to have participated in such extraordinary experience. To all my future heroes, you, the class of 2018 of the International University of Monaco, congratulations, God bless you all, well done on your magnificent accomplishment. Thank you.